Hi, everybody. It's Romania Black, and it's a new month and a new set of commissions from Patreon. And we have quite the range this month. This month, I don't know if we're going to find any similarities. I don't know if there's going to be any coherent ties between the four films that were chosen, but I decided to start with the one that is the oldest of the group and the one that I think I have the biggest question mark by, and that is Pom Poko from 1994. Good old 1994. I was 6 years old. And it was been commissioned by Shimoyama, who last month gave us Summer Days with Ku, which I cried. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think about Pom Poko. Pom Poko makes me think of a Studio Ghibli film, which I don't believe this is. But maybe I'm thinking of Ponyo and also Porco Rosso. I think those are the ones I'm thinking of. But yeah, so this came out in 1994 and it's an anime. That's all I know about it. That's it. I am watching this off of the streaming service Max because Shimoyama was like, do you need to find a way to get this film? And my parents actually have a Max subscription and I bum it off of them. So I was like, no, I got it. So if you're wanting to know where this movie can be found, I found it through Max, but you all may find it in other outlets wherever. But I have no clue what to expect out of this film, but it's 2 hours, came out in 1994. If it's going to be some traditional animation goodness, I am all for that because you know how a girl loves traditional animation. So I'm really excited. I hope you all are as well. But with that being said, I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Shimoyama, for the commission. I have appreciated all of your kind and generous commissions. They've all been amazing films so far, some of which have been my favorite of the year. I was looking at the top list I have because I'm gonna do like a top movies I've watched for the year. This one's gonna be up there, or the Summer Days with Ku is gonna be up there, and I'm sure this one will be as well. So we'll see. But I'm super curious. I'm very curious because I think the oldest film I watched from last year was Nausicaa. And Nausicaa was 80s animation. So I'm really curious to see what this one's about. And the fact that it's on a different streaming service is rather interesting. I don't know if, because it's on Max, I know Max streams Studio Ghibli works. I don't know if this is a Studio Ghibli film, but we'll talk about it, the production side of it, after we do the reaction. So with that being said, I got my blanket, I got my coffee, and I am all ready to go. So I hope you all enjoy this reaction. I'm super excited about it, but we're going to start Pom Poko, and we're going to be doing that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. I don't know if there's going to be ads. It is Studio Ghibli! Hey! Yay! It felt like a Studio Ghibli title. Holy shit! Cool! I have not seen this Studio Ghibli film. That came out of nowhere. You greedy bum! Holy shit! That was a lot at once. It's about raccoons? About raccoons? The pest of rural America? Apparently in rural Japan as well? Oh. Is this going to be like a secret of Nim, from the raccoon's point of view? Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, they just infested and took over. That is legit. That happens. Japanese raccoons do not look unlike American raccoons. They look very similar. They're just crawling over everything. Oh shit! And that's why it was abandoned. Well, that sucked. Oh. Mmm. Oh, wow. We get it from two perspectives. His and her. Oh! Oh my god, these raccoons battling each other? In the 90s, there was a big obsession with stories. I was just about to say. I was just about to say. In the 90s, there was an obsession with personification of animals telling stories. And this is following the suit. Oh, is it? Well, yes, of course. Yeah, it's like Toy Story whenever the humans aren't looking. You know, this is a small animated note. Ghibli, you don't have to take anything from this. Your Studio Ghibli, you don't have to listen to me. I'm a plebeian. But I didn't know between Summer Days with Koo and this film, I would be seeing as many animal testicles as I've seen in the last 2 months. The way that the animation style transforms and changes, it's giving me Ralph Bakshi vibes. I'm not mad at it. I just really don't need to see raccoon testicles. I don't have to see them. I don't have to see them. And that's all. It's like in my face on the screen. Imagine seeing this on the big screen. This feels Ghibli. This feels very Ghibli. Oh. Ooh. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. We're talking about overpopulation. Oh. 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 She's like, the point of this battle's stupid. There's no place to go back to. This feels so Ghibli. Okay. Okay, so it's happening in the 1960s. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And scooping out the city. Oh. Wow, 300,000 people and 30,000 acres. Wow, and that representation of the leaf. Oh, wow. Is this movie also going to follow the 90s trend of an environmental message that we're going to not heed at all? Oh, wow. Wow, I love the deity. That representation is so cool. I like that it goes from cartoon to just being like insanely realistically drawn raccoons. Oh, I've seen so many roadkill raccoons in my lifetime. I don't want to see it in this movie. Oh, wow. And they turn into like personified versions. That's so cool. 105. Oh, in raccoon years. Uh, Oh my god. Uh, oh my god, so many raccoons. Oh my god! The sagging boobs of the one raccoon. A 5-year plan to study the humans. That's more than some of their lifetime. Oh. Is this kind of like the summer with... Well, I don't want to spoil anything. So is that for them to transform into humans? Ah. Oh my god. Oh wow. And even his 90s product placement. Oh my god. I love that they're also kind of akin to tying McDonald's as garbage because the raccoons are eating it. That's really funny. Wow, no dumping. Wow, and yet that's where everybody went and dumped. Man, this movie could not be more 90s if it wanted to be. Even though it's based in the 60s, there's so much like stylistically with the 90s that's going on. I mean, raccoons are smart in real life. Oh, wow. What is this? Summer Hikaru died? Dan to Dan? Oh my god. My dad had a pet raccoon, and it wrestled with him. He had to turn it loose. Oh, wow. Interesting. Mimicry. Oh, these poor chameleons. Wow. Like Tanuki's raccoons and foxes. Tanuki's foxes and some cats. Oh. Interesting. I love it. At least in theory. For beginners. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, not just into people, but into things. I like a Roku. She's great. Uh. Ha! Aww. It is kind of cute. Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, shit. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. I thought he was unkicked at first. Oh. Oh. There's the way that they animate Ghibli eye. Oh, okay. I've seen Ace of the Diamond art with Miyuki with little, like, leaf on his head. So it's like a tanuki. Okay. This old grandpa. Oh, wow. into the Darumas and the Lucky Cats. Aww. And then, like, the ones that are just like, these. Yes. Oh, cool. I don't know if there will be ads in this movie, but if there are, I will take them out. Huh. Hmm. Oh. Huh. I don't know, you're pretty hefty. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Ah. Oh. The Tanukis. Oh man, there's so much nostalgia to this already, and I can't believe this is a Ghibli film I've never heard of. I love that. This feels like Bambi. I was gonna say you just had two ladybugs getting it on. Ah! Uh, by beating the shit out of them. Hmm. The bald hills. I love when it shows them as like being realistically drawn. Ah. Uh, oh. He looks like a 90s BL. Hmm. What about the mat? Is it made from the blood of our peers? What? What? Oh my god, what? Ah! Man, them 90s jeans, y'all. Uh, oh my god. They're like the outfits so 90s. The old man looks like old ghetto. Oh my god, get out of the road. Oh shit. The person across the street's like, the fudge did I just see? If I was driving, I'd be like, that person just turned into a raccoon. Oh wow, and their eyes. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Okay. Ah! That guy just be like, oh, hey. Very Ghibli. That guy's like, well, I've seen weirder on my Tuesday. Well, these raccoons are earning yen for. Oh. Alms for the poor. Oh my god, these raccoons that are like getting money. It's like, I'm gonna kick your ass now. Yep. Hmm. Oh. 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 And now he's in the same boat. Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean, I think that will go horribly. Right. Mm. Like that one raccoon just looking off. Are you? Is it for that, or are you sure? Uh-huh. Mm. Oh. I mean, if a flock of emu can fight against the Australians, I mean, who's to say that a bunch of tanuki can against Japan? I don't know. Jumping around like gummy bears here. Oh. So Pom Poko is like, you're the raccoon. Will they not harm a dead fox? Would they just leave it alone? Huh. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Oh my god! They just killed a guy! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We just killed all these people! Oh my god! These raccoons just killed like 3 drivers! Did he just inflate his testicles to drop that? You just murdered that man, but respect. I maybe can understand why they haven't released the Criterion Collection. Ah! That is the wildest thing I've ever seen in an animated movie. there is no going back now. There is no going back. Sure. Oh. Oh my God. I love the transition of their transformation and how they present themselves. Ah! Yeah! Of the humans y'all murdered! A moment of silence! Oh my God. Wow. Y'all! Wow. I have a feeling karma's not going to be kind. The sword blowers' masks are hilarious. I love them. These just crunk raccoons, crunk Tanuki. Oh, but are they the ones that put in all the work? They're the ones that put in the work, though. Aww. Uh-oh. What do you mean just getting started? Oh. Oh, I thought that one's face! That one's face! Man, you picked a persimmon out of all the trees? Of all fruit, you picked a persimmon? I mean, Shoichi just wants to plant some trees. This guy's talking about killing a bunch of people. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. But you're being just as monstrous as they are. Wow, yeah, of course. Ooh, some of them are all right. Ooh. Oh ho ho. Oh, raccoons. Oh, you're all. Oh! Oh, sure. We gotta have our hamburgers and fried foods. Wow. You would think that at times they were cheapening the animation, but they're really not. It's just like an expression of the sentiment. Look, I'm not trying to, but my eyes go to damn Tanuki testicles every time. Every time. Why do they have to be so prominent? They really aren't on actual raccoons. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Mm. Oh. Wow, that guy looks like Ghibli 101. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the middle guy looks like a Ghibli old man for sure. Professor. Uh-huh. It's funny because I said the wardrobe was 90s, but this was taking place during the 60s, and there's the trend of the 30-year cycle. So it's just 30 years around every time. Crazy talk. Oh, fusion. Ha! Oh. Sweating around a lot of these shrines. Oh, that's actually really cute. Oh. Oh, wow. What does the fox say? Ooh. Oh, wow. I'd forget at that too. Local residents don't recall this place being quite as spooky as it's become in the last month. That feels straight out of Spirited Away. That's really cool. Oh, and with the lamps. Nice. That whole animation felt straight out of Spirited Away. What is this? Summer Hikaru died? Get out of here. Love. Ma'am? Is it a raccoon? Oh my god! Oh, I would have freaked out. I would have freaked out. That's what you get for not helping a lady out. I love them that they love to animate people on bicycles. Ah! Oh shit, he's got a gun! A murder? Ah! Oh well. Oh my god. Oh wow, and they're all gonna turn around. I would have fainted on the spot. Would have fainted on the spot. Did they decide to have another? What is this, One Piece? Hey, he's just passed out over there. Oh my gosh. Mmm. Hmm. Oof. Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, wow. Huh. Ghosts. Ha! Oh my God. Uh. Oh yeah. Hmm. Ah! Hmm. Okay. With them all singing them goodbye? Oh. Oh, wow. Haunt Newtown. Oh my God. Oh. Somebody's gonna get hurt though. You can see which ones they are because of the raccoon tails. Oh no, not the baby! Oh hell no. Oh wow. I'd have peed my pants. Is this Shokichi? The one that doesn't like transforming? No. That's gonna happen, I'm sure. Should you though? Ooh. Wow. Uh, uh, uh. Pfft. Aw. Hmm. Aw. Are they not gonna practice abstinence and then we're gonna have a problem? Hmm. Hmm. Shit. Is it? Oh. That's where you were going with that. That's where you were going with that, huh? Hmm. Huh. Aw. Hmm. Mm. Mm. But y'all wanted to keep them around and make you food. Aw. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cute. Aw. Mm. Oh, that's cute. Aw. Mm. Aw. Aw. Huh. Love it. Oh, crit. Oh, no. What? Oh, my God. Like, we don't know. Oh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, shit. Oh. That drunk guy's not. Oh. Oh, shit. Hmm. They're gonna get fed up, and then it's not gonna be fun. Yeah. Or that'll happen. Uh huh. Mm. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Ah! Man, these Tanuki are partying it up. Oh, Kyo and oh, so it was them. So it was them. Oh. There's no end to the supply of people. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not wrong there. Oh. Oh, shit. Yeah. About that. Mm. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Yeah, yeah, about that. Hmm. Oh, wow. We abused our powers and they turned against us. Oh. Ooh. Hmm. Uh-huh. Oh my God. He was too busy looking at fox testicles. The best season for raccoons is autumn. Best season for me is autumn. Hmm. I could honestly watch the movie with just realistic raccoons all day. Just being raccoons. I could watch it all day. I don't know what those plants are, but I've seen them in other things. I've seen them in. Mm, mm. Oh. Oh, shit. I'm like seeing it, like, poor thing, all drop to the ground like that. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh. Mm. I like that his eyes look like glasses. Mm. Mm. Oh. 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 Mm. Oh. Uh, man, the 90s. When you could just get in the back of a truck. Oh. Mm. I mean, I mean, uh-oh. Yipes. Yipes. Um, uh, uh, well, you know. Gah. I wonder if this caused any change in Japan based on what was here. Well, yes. Yes, easier said than done. Ooh. Oh. Okay, and these are the two, right, that went off? I just feel like we're also watching a raccoon documentary. That sounds about right. That sounds definitely about right. Give me like Country Bear Jamboree vibes. It's all well and good, but they're gonna start killing raccoons, and I'm not gonna be happy. Oh! Oh my god! At least there's no humans sitting in it now. Oh my god. Oh. Did you just say our golden balls swing and swing? There's a lot of ball swinging in this. Uh-huh. Ooh. 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 Uh-oh. Well. Oh, is it? They're gonna eventually. I don't know. But if it keeps up. So winter passed. Look, I've had to deal with raccoon testicles. I don't know if I need to see Discovery Channel today. What in the Lola Rabbit, you might be asking? I mean, good for him. Twitter pated. The lot of them. We've already had sex 6 times. That's the metaphor. Oh, look at these guys trying to be chased. Aww. 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 Didn't you hear me, woman? Ah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then there were baby raccoons. Aww. Our baby Tanuki's darker than... Oh! Oh, it's a mouse. I thought it was carrying around its young. Aww. 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 All the little Tanukis are really cute. Oh, the one with the stick! The one with the stick! That's really cute, actually. Aww. This feels like Bambi, and it's really adorable. I know how Bambi goes. I know how Bambi goes, Shimoyama. I know where this is headed. Those little baby raccoons are really adorable. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. And she's a master, so. Huh. While playing cards. As they're playing games. That one looks like a damn gremlin. Aw. Oh. He looks so good in human form, just saying. Aw. 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 Oh my god! So cute! Only one of them took after him, though. Oh. The one without the nose kills me. Is he going to stay there or go back? The trials of youth. What about the other one? He's like, I haven't gotten to get laid. He's like, oh, I keep my pledge. Oh, wow. Do we keep playing the SNES or not? Oh. Uh-huh. Now we're in trouble. Oh, well, they had to get the money to get food. Yeah. Oh, the chickens. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Why? But why? Oh, my God. We didn't need to see that. Oh, we didn't need to see that. Oh, we didn't need to see that. It's all too common. I didn't need to see that. Bitch, you're gonna get in that trap. You're gonna get stuck in that trap. Yep. Oh. Ah. 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 Oof. Uh-huh. Uh. Where's the party? They're already wanting to celebrate. What if they don't come back? Okay. Start your socialism, Shokichi. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. The little black and white portrait. You sound like a human. I mean, you sound like a human, but also like a good human. Oh. Oh, a coup. Does that hand becoming a gun do anything? Oh. Oh. I mean, that's true, but he's gonna be like, we all have to get rabies. Yeah. Ha! Mouse nuggets. Oh. We're not ready. Sorry about the coup. Ha! I was waiting for them to get around to this argument of changing it. That they've infested. Ooh, they're intruders. Ooh. Ooh. Meanwhile, what is this Master Roshi business? Oh, the Masters, and then him. Ah! Ah! Oh my god. So, who are your 3 flamboyant uncles that you've taken with you? Man, Studio Ghibli knows how to draw a very attractive man. And the one raccoon, the stoic guy he turns into. Top tier character design. They literally look like they are out straight out from Master Roshi's house, Dragon Ball Z. Wow. Oh. 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 But how? She's like, hell yes. You guys are still going to be chased. I'm going to be fine. Wow, they look more like gremlins than they do raccoons. Mm. Hmm. Oh, wow. 1,000 years old and they're... Oh, wow. Oh. Mm. Oh. My distinguished companions. Oh, wow. Uh. Mm. Mm. Okay. He's like, shh. I just run the shrine. He looks more like a schnauzer than a tanuki. Oh, wow. Huh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that why he's gonna be the one to take his place? The young one? Okay. Okay. I'm intrigued. You've got me. I'm okay. Oh wow. All of them? Country Bear Jamboree, I tell ya. Oh wow. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Oh, the baby! The baby! I love it. It's like, oh my god. Getting the spirit bomb ready. I love this movie's use of silence, but oh, it's like a little gloob. I didn't know Tanuki possessed magical powers like this or could do Kamehameha waves, but oh, oh, I'm an old shit. Don't make me do it. Uh, I love the idea of this ancient raccoon that's like, are they legit almost 1,000 years old, or is it like in human years compared to raccoon years? Because they did say it was like Pom Poko year 33. Ghibli just wanted to animate this scene, and they were like, we need a reason, so we're gonna just make a whole movie about raccoons and have this one scene. Wonder triple powers activate. Oh my god, form of cock. Ho-oh, go. Operation Goblin. Oh man, only 65% humidity? Not bad! Not bad. A perfect day for goblins. What was this, baptism by fire? Oh, wow. Meanwhile, the one raccoon is still out looking for the masters that he can't find. Oh my god, I'm never going to be able to think of Naruto ever again without thinking of a scrotum. Oh my god. Is that a hot air balloon made from a nutsack? Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, these raccoons are getting a little bit power crazy. It's getting a bit culty up in here. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Why is there flying skeleton horses? Oh, bitch. I'd be like, bye. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So, Prince Ali, fabulous he. I love they hide themselves as foxes. That's great. Meanwhile, the foxes are like, what did we do? We didn't ask for this. I love when, like, the music tings, they, like, stop and pose. Everybody's like, oh, all right. Oh, that's a little bit creepy. That's a little bit creepy. That's not like the foxes. That's not like the foxes at all. Oh, wow. Oh. That old man's like, wait a minute. Oh. They're like, man, the animatronics in the 60s have gotten great. This one businessman's like, I did not take as much LSD as I should have to be having these hallucinations. I mean, this is all not scaring anybody. It's really like cultural and they're really all about it. So when's it going to get to where they're running the people away? Oh, wow. Oh, now it's starting to take that turn. This feels like a Bakshi film. It really does when it does stuff like this. This feels so Bakshi. I can't even begin. Yeah, this guy had the right idea. He's like, I'm filming this shit. Nobody's gonna believe me. Like a parade of foxes. Oh. Huh. So this has happened before? Around them? Oh, yeah. Oh, Miss Hokusai. Well, Tanukis can. Man, I will say, if you were high watching this, not that I would know, but I would imagine, you'd be freaking out. Oh my God. And all this happened right behind them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh my God. These kids are like, yeah. Honey, it was just a haircut. What is this, Ghostbusters? He's like, God damn, not the 5th one this week. This feels like Jujutsu Kaisen now. Oh, no porn for you, kids. He's like, I didn't do anything. Where's Meowth when you need him? Man, so was Akutami influenced by Pom Poko with Jujutsu Kaisen? I think that he was. Actually. Oh shit. Now it's gonna start kicking in overdrive. Oh, no big deal. This is where the one guy's like, the LSD has kicked in. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay, well, nobody drowned. Oh. Those look like raccoons. Oh. Oh, did he die? Is he dying? Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh. So that was just a thing. We're going to acknowledge the deities are real in this, and they do come in like a Greek choir and have messing. Does this sweater say Cosby? Oh. These latchkey parents here. Off in their own secret Yuri, of course. Maybe. Huh. And now everybody's like, well. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, she had like a whole backstory. Wow. So is the one going to become one of the new masters? These raccoons got real spiritual real quick. Oh. Oh, but the one guy did videotape it. Oh. Oh. Oh, that kid was like, yeah. Ah. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, they're just partying like it's One Piece up in here. I swear. I feel like that was just footage reversed. Ah! Uh-huh. Well, you would be surprised how resilient we are to that concept. You know, you would think that. Let's wake it up! Hey! This old man said, let's wake it up! He was ahead of his time! Ahead of his time! Oh, Omega Kronk! Oh. The nose chopsticks. Oh. Of course not. Sure. Wow, to play it. That's a bold move, sir. Would not work in 2025. Oh. Wow. And that just undercuts everything that master did to try to orchestrate it. Wow. Wow. So it was all pretty much in vain. That's probably gonna like make them speed up on construction. Huh. Wow. That one guy, that one raccoon's face. I'm there. I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Oh wow. Oh! This is where the one woman from Princess Mononoke, this is like her descendant. What? What? They're a fox. They're a fox. They are a fox. I bet they are. Ryutaro. Oh. <gasps> Oh. <gasps> 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 <gasps>| Oh, wow. It's a fox, I bet. Huh. Oh, no. Oh, my God. The tiny TV on top of it. That's not good. Oh. Hmm. The Fox of Tama. Oh. Mm. Oh. Well, yes. Hmm. I don't know, but aren't foxes and tanukis enemies normally? Aren't they rivals? Oh. Yeah. At a certain well-known club. Oh. Of course they are. Ooh. Interesting. And he sits himself higher than him. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. To just pose as humans. Oh, wow. Oh, are you going to do that? Oh, that's sly. That's sly. Wow. Wow. Ooh. And you wined and dined. Huh. Wow, it's like a deal with the devil. Well, that's the question. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And they, well, oh. He's like, yes, a big tragedy. It's such a backhanded compliment. Backhanded compliment indeed. Wow. Meanwhile. But can't the one not transform? Oh, they put his face in the TV. Yikes. Hmm. Oh. Oh, which is... Oh, but he can't transform, so never mind. If you can't beat him, join him, right? Yeah, why would you do that? Oh. Right. I get it. I get it. You were Banksy and you want credit. What if they did work in Wonderland and recreated it? But, man. Oh. Right. That sounds dangerous. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Man, this one guy, Gomba, whatever, Ganta, he's not going to react well when the other guy comes back with his news from the Fox Man. If we turn terrorists, the humans will kill us all. That statement, oh my god. Well, this news that's about to befall upon all of you raccoons is going to split you all up, so I don't know about that. Operation Goblin 2 Electric Boogaloo! I love how enthusiastic he is. You're just a socialist. Hey, hey! 1994! Exactly! Take your gender joke somewhere else. I'm gonna get the sequel ready, bitch. Oh. Oh, bitch! Ooh! Ooh! Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. The Foxman brought us tempura. Listen up. Oh, Redcoat is not gonna like this at all. Not gonna like this plan at all. I say we kill the beast. Oh. Columbus's famous boiled egg. Oh. Yes. It. Oh. Oh no, yeah. Right. An appeal from the raccoons. Oh, well, damn! No, he did it without telling anybody! Oh. Shit. Uh-oh. Gonta. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Oh, my God. I don't know if I like them sitting on that well. That seems a little bit suicidal. Oh, is he going? Mm. Mm. Oh, wow. He's like, there ain't no future here. Let me go back to my wife and kids. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I really like him. What's Madara doing out in the middle of here? Oh my god. Was this Demon Slayer now too? Will we be bigger than Disneyland? Will we? Oh. Oh. Did they suck up all the money? Oh my god. $1 million. I mean, who would listen to raccoons stealing it? Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh. 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 Oh shit. Oh. These Japanese rednecks look like they're getting ready to fight back, y'all. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. I'm amazed they've held out this long, honestly. Honestly. Oh. Oh. And they ruined the deal with the fox. Oh my god. No, Shokichi, you're the good one. Oh no, and he went too. What about the guy that never came back from fighting the Masters? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my. You want me to say something? I know you want me to say something about this. I don't have words. Oh shit, there's raccoon testicles coming at us. No! Oh. That man did not anticipate being smothered by raccoon balls on this day. You don't go on a SWAT team getting ready to be suffocated by Tanuki testicles. I'm just saying. Is this a known thing? Is this known? I've never feared, as a last-ditch attack, I've never known raccoon balls as being... Tanuki-san. 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 This man has no clue what's waiting him. You don't want it to come out. I do love that Tanukis are known as transforming in this world. Please don't teabag me. Oh my god. Oh my god! Imagine following a bunch of raccoons into the woods. Ah. Oh. 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 Tanuki-san. Oh. 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 I don't like the old man crying. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. 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 She's like, bitch. Oh. This guy. Oh, bitch. Oh, the cameraman passed out. Oh my god. Oof. Bless that reporter for going in undercover and trying his hardest to, like, make it work. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Why you doing to my dad? What? Oh. 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 Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Oh. But what about Gonta and the others? Oh. Oh. So it was like a funeral. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. I'm never going to look at a roadkill raccoon ever again the same way. Oh. I'm glad Shokichi isn't dead. Yeah, where's he been this whole time? Yeah, where's he been? 45 years ago. Oh. Oh. Couldn't help but notice all these other people have kids. 3 years. Wow. So that's how long has passed. Well, yes. Oh, well, that's the rub of it, isn't it? That's the rub of it, isn't it? Oh, I want to like sink into the floor. Oh, oh my God. Oh, oh. Might as well go out partying. Oh, Southern Flair. Oh, he's talking my language. Oh, wow. Oh, Wow. That's a sight. Oh. 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 Oh, they're like, oh, well. Ha! Oh. 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 Oh, the cows. I feel lucky to live in a place with not a lot of economic boom, so. Oh. Wow. Oh. Oh. Like the. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh. 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 The little pitter patters as they go away. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oof. Oof. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, not enough for all of our population, but you know. Oh. Oh! Quit showing us dead raccoons! Oh! This is the part of the human guilt. Oh. Hmm. Ah. Oh. Oh, wow. Hmm. Huh. Those raccoons have Tanukis have a different tail than raccoons in the US, so it's a little different. Oh my god. Oh my god, please do not kill the raccoons. Oh. Oh my god. Hmm. 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 Yeah, they somehow made it work. Hmm. 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 Aww. 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 The little tiny baby raccoons. Aww. I wonder if Danadan takes that dance from this movie too. I wonder if they do. There's a scene in Danadan where they do a dance that's similar. I'm sure it's taken from a lot of references, but here's your message, kids. Mmm. Oh. Oh. On the golf course. Whale. Oh, man. I don't think that there is anything after the credits. Well, we're going to stop there and do a little bit of research and come back because holy cow. You know, when I sat down this evening to watch this movie, I had many things I thought this movie could be about, but testicles turning into parachutes was not one of them. So we need to talk a little bit about cultural significance and about this movie because I was thinking, I was like, first of all, I had never heard of this being a Studio Ghibli film. And I think the reason why it had flew under my radar is because it is not a Hayao Miyazaki Studio Ghibli film. Because when I think of Studio Ghibli, I think of Hayao Miyazaki because I love Howl's Moving Castle, I love Spirited Away, I love Nausicaa, I love Kiki's Delivery Service. I think of that particular style, but this is not a Hayao Miyazaki Studio Ghibli film. And I think that's something where a lot of people, especially if you're not from Japan or familiar with Japanese filmmaking, or, you know, you've not researched Studio Ghibli, and I honestly have not researched Studio Ghibli a lot past the Miyazaki films, Ponyo, etc. So I did not know this existed. And honestly, it's kind of a crime that it's not marketed more. I think the one thing that holds it back is that there are some themes of this movie that are so universal and they are just try and true 1990s themes that I'm like are unfortunately still needing to be applied today. So there you go. But I think that any audience watching this movie has to come in with the knowledge that there is going to be some Japanese cultural things brought up that you may not be prepared for. And I knew a little bit about Tanukis only because I've watched The Apothecary Diaries. Again, go check out that series on my channel. But in that series, there are references to foxes and Tanukis being rivals. That kind of comes into play here a little bit with the fox that works in Wonderland. I wish there was more with him. I really thought the fox from Wonderland was going to be like more like a bigger presence, but I think that would have been a convenient antagonist when the fox is really kind of on their side, because the fox, their people suffered the same thing the raccoons did, and then they ended up, they assimilated much earlier than Shokichi and some of the others do, but they're like, this is what we got to do to survive. So, if you can't beat them, join them, sort of thing. I thought that fox would be more of a presence, but it's fine. I have kept this. Anime Annie sent me these little, they're from Japan. They're actually from the company that makes them. They're super, I love them. They're like little good luck charms. I figured out today, as I'm talking to you, that there's the arms, and then there are the feet on the outer sides. Those are testicles. And this whole time I thought they were feet, and then I looked and I was like, nope. I learned something today. So we need to talk about this film. We need to talk about some things. I have looked up some drawings of Tanuki from back in the day, and yes, a lot of them are featuring some giant transforming testicles. I could not believe my eyes. Apparently they're associated with good luck and financial prosperity, which feels very patriarchal, that the men I know can't handle their money, but okay. If you notice, some of the men made poor financial choices in this movie. But yeah, also the belly drumming, we're going to talk about that, and them being mischievous and being shapeshifters. I knew about the shapeshifting, again, from Apothecary Diaries. We've talked about Tanukis in that series, so I kind of knew about that. In Ace of the Diamond, Miyuki's character is associated with Tanukis, and I feel like he cannot shapeshift to be a better athlete in other sports, but that is a discussion for Ace of the Diamond. So I was surprised that there were some like warnings about Pom Poko on the internet about whether or not it's appropriate for children. The main thing was the testicles, because if you're not a Japanese audience member and you don't know the cultural lore around Tanukis, then you're probably going to be like, Now, would a kid in the US find that hilarious? Yes, but would they need to know some cultural context? Probably. But, I don't necessarily think that you have to. I watched Princess Mononoke when I was younger, and I did not know in Princess Mononoke a lot of the significances about the forest spirits and things like that. I didn't know the symbolism, and I still kind of got the message, but, I think it would be important to have that available. So Pom Poko, also known as the Raccoon War. Well, you know what? I'm kind of glad they said Pom Poko, because the Raccoon War would have gave it away far too soon. So it was animated by Studio Ghibli for Tokuma Shoten, Nippon Television Network, and Hokuhodo. It was distributed by Toho and released July 16th of 1994. The first feature film produced at Ghibli's new animation studio in Kogane, Tokyo, and the first original work written and directed by Isao Takahata. So that's interesting. So yeah, not Hayao Miyazaki, but Isao Takahata has done, what works have they done per se? They've done a lot of works for TV, as it were. This being their first film, their feature film. They also did, I'm trying to see if anything, I've heard of The Tale of the Princess Kaguya. I've not seen it, but I've heard of it. They went on, they did, what was it? They were producer for music direction. They did music direction for Kiki's Delivery Service. They were the script writer in Grave in the Fireflies. Nice. They were a producer of Castle in the Sky, a producer from Nausicaa. Okay, cool. Nice. Cool. Interesting. But yeah, so basically, it's narrated by Shincho Kokante. By the way, in the English cast of this movie, the one raccoon that is Saizemon is voiced by J.K. Simmons. What? How wild is that? That's pretty crazy. I thought that was pretty cool. And then Shokichi, this is how you know it's 90s, because in the English dub, Shokichi is voiced in the English dub by Jonathan Taylor Thomas. The most 90s voice casting to ever be voice casted in the 90s. If you don't know who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is, you don't know JTT, what are you? Like, were you born in the 90s? Did you grow up in the 90s and not know JTT? Jonathan Taylor Thomas, he was on Dual Time with Tim Allen. He also voiced Simba in The Lion King, young Simba. Matthew Broderick does older Simba, but he voices young Simba, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. He basically was one of the like hottest, and by hottest, I mean most popular child celebrities in the 90s. Like he had a hand in everything. So that is amazing that he voiced Shokichi. I can totally see it. I can actually see that voice casting very easily. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, J.K. Simmons just blows my mind that he was in this. Can you imagine J.K. Simmons in the dubbing studio going, okay. and Jonathan Taylor Thomas is like, all right, yeah. How old would Jonathan Taylor Thomas have been during that time? I want to know, because how old would he have been? Right now, he's 43. He was born in 1981. So in the 90s, 91, he would have been 10. He'd probably been like 15 or 16 when he voiced in that. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. I loved him in Wild America growing up, although Devon Sawa was the pretty one. But Jonathan Taylor Thomas is really talented. Super cool. Good actor. Anyway, so the phrase Pom Poko refers to the sound of the Bakke Tanuki drumming that the Tanuki do on their bellies. So that all makes sense that Pom Poko, it's like Pom Poko year 33. So it's like, how long do raccoons normally live? Tanuki lifespan, I'm curious. Usually 8 to 11 years in the wild, but could be over 14 years in captivity. So, okay, that is about the lifespan of a dog, kind of makes sense. I was thinking when the one said that they were like a 999, I mean, that feels exaggerated. But when the one was like, 89 in Tanuki years, I was like, okay, how many years is that in dog years? Sort of thing, right? The phrase started as a jocular expression of the meditative percussion at Shojoji, taken up in a 1919 poem by Ujo Noguchi, which became a popular nursery rhyme recorded in 1925. I loved the musicality of this, which for Studio Ghibli, I'm not surprised. Studio Ghibli has a musicality to all of their productions, and it's amazing. But I really liked the musicality of this, the dancing, the partying, the celebratory nature of it. I liked the ties that the Tanuki were not too unlike humans. They just didn't really... It's one of those things where the Tanuki, they kind of did... the humans aren't that far off from them. And I kind of like, it kind of ties to, we are animals too at our primal base level. We are animals as well. We're just elevated because of our intelligence at times, but we are really no different than the animals around us. It's literally a fight for survival, and we just happen to have more resources and knowledge of how to use them. And this had so many trademarks of the 90s, like so many trademarks of the 90s. There was the McDonald's product placement with the Disneyland product placement, which that makes sense because Studio Ghibli and Disney have kind of had like a cohesive relationship for a while. But there was that product placement. Then there was like every 90s animated movie, especially the early 90s, like Fern Gully. We're talking Fern Gully, this movie. Now my mind goes blank, but Captain Planet, the series was around. There was an environmental message. Like, are you taking care of the environment? Oh, you're not? Here's what could happen. And lo and behold, humanity didn't listen because we're still in the same boat. We've just got, there is more sustainability, but there's more waste and garbage too. So it's just like, I was like, we have a 30-year cycle of fashion. We don't need to have a 30-year cycle of environmental distress. It sucks because watching this, I grew up in the 90s and I remember seeing all of those environmental messages and it impacted me as a kid. I was like, oh yeah, be sustainable, do this and this, that. Am I guilty of not recycling? Very much so. But when you grow up, you see the devastation and deforestation, all this, and you're like, this sucks a lot because people didn't listen. And it's like, it makes me very sad. I live in a very rural location, and I'm very lucky that it's rural. I'm lucky that the bottom part of my state is poor, so there's not a chance of economic development like that. Sadly. But also, I'm very blessed and privileged that I live where there's nature. And I lived in the city when I went to college, and it's just not for me. I don't like the sounds of sirens. It's so convenient, but I don't like how busy it is. I could not live in a city. I like the quiet, and I like nature and being out in it. And it just, yeah, it's a different ball game. But yeah, nature is wild. And I loved getting this from the raccoon's perspective. I could honestly, though, never see a dead raccoon ever again. I see them all the time. I see them every day on our road, and I hate it. I have never hit a raccoon before. I have swerved to miss animals all the time. I have hit a possum before. That sucked. And I did hit a deer once, and that sucked. But I have not hit a raccoon. Oh, but I hate seeing dead animals. I hate seeing on the side of the road. That part was sucked. It sucks so much. And then it's like, you felt bad for the dead raccoons, but then they killed like 5 people on that construction site, and you were like, oh my God, like this is getting out of hand. It's crazy, right? So it says the film was first conceptualized by Ghibli co-founders Hayao Miyazaki and Toshio Suzuki, who later decided to hand the project over to Isao Takahata. So yeah, you can definitely see there's a little bit of Hayao Miyazaki's like stamp on it in a way. I could see that, but it didn't quite feel like Miyazaki's work, so that's interesting. They initially tried to adapt the 12th century war epic tale, The Tale of Hike, of Monogatare. Oh, but instead co-opted to write an original scenario using the co-founders' original story about raccoon dogs. So I know Monogatare has been recommended a lot on this channel, and eventually I will get to it, so that's interesting to know. But yeah, this was the first Ghibli film to use CG effects. Honestly, you couldn't tell. You really couldn't. It all seemed like it was hand drawn. The only thing I can think of is the part where they're playing the video game elements on the screen. That part might have been CG, so maybe that part, but the rest of it felt like it was hand drawn. That's interesting. Yeah, the poster's catchphrase was, "Even raccoon dogs are doing their best." I felt so bad for all the raccoons. I just really wanted to feel so sad for them. I really did. The film earned $2.6 billion in the Japanese box office in 1994. Adjusted for inflation, that's quite a bit. How much is that adjusted for inflation? So in yen inflation rate. I want to see this. Okay, so I want to calculate this. Calculate it. Let's do this. I want to find a calculator and tell like 2.6 billion and see what it is now. Okay. So from this year, I want to do 1994 is the year we're going for. God, that's been so long ago, and it's terrifying. So we have 2, 1, 1, 2, da, da, da. We have 3, 2.6, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. How much is that? Okay. Let's say now that is 3.3 billion yen. Okay, so that would be 3.3 billion yen now. So if we put this in here, 3, 1, and then we have 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now it would be, I think 20 billion? Or 20 million. Okay, US dollars. That's still a pretty good opening for 1994, right? And so let me see here. It is broadcast once every few years on Nippon Television's Friday Road Show and is available to stream on Max and purchased on digital storefront. So I wanted to go down here to some of the folklore and things behind it, the cultural references, because I feel as an American, some of that could have been lost on me where I was like, meh. So the film plays heavily upon Japanese folklore, and many references will be lost on people who are not familiar with the details. I could tell that there were a lot of ties that I was not familiar with. I got it. I wasn't confused by the story. I was just kind of shocked at the amount of balls in this movie. I was just like, it just took me by surprise. So Tanuki in Japanese folklore are mischievous, lazy, cheerful, and gullible creatures who use their supernatural shape-shifting powers to trick humans. Well, I mean, humans sound like that sometimes as well. It's said that often a tanuki would put a leaf on top of their head and chant in order to change its form into anything. For example, a monk. They're also said to try to con humans with leaves turned into banknotes, although Oroku prohibits them from doing that in the film. Okay, so now in Super Mario Brothers, the Nintendo game, that makes so much more sense, because in the game, in Super Mario Brothers 3, which I played religiously when I was 4 or 5 years old at my grandmother's house, when you were Mario, you could hit a block and a little green leaf would pop out. And when you got the green leaf, you turned into Tanuki Mario. So now, 30 years later, Romania gets the reference. I've learned today. Today has been a good day just for that alone. I connecting the dots in ways that I'm like, that's so random. Nope, it's cultural. Makes so much sense. Nice. So statues of Tanuki can be seen everywhere in Japan, especially in temples and shrines, often holding a barrel of sake. So consistent with Japanese folklore, the Tanuki are portrayed as highly sociable, mischievous species able to use illusion science to transform into almost anything, but too fun-loving and too fond of tasty treats to be a real threat, unlike the kitsune, the foxes, and other shapeshifters. The Tanuki in this film are depicted in 3 ways at various times. Yes, I thought that was super cool. I honestly, to be real with you all, I would have watched the entire movie with them in the realistic form. I would have watched the whole movie with them in that realistic form because I thought it was so cute and I just loved seeing the realistic 2D animation. Would have watched it entirely. They're shown as realistic animals, as anthropomorphic animals that occasionally wear clothes, and as cartoony figures based on the manga of Shigeru Sugiura, of whom Takahata is a great fan. Oh, okay. Well, that makes much more sense. It felt like Shigeru's art style felt a lot like Ralph Bakshi at times. I was having like Cool World flashbacks, which came out in 1992. So that the art style there, it's not lost. There's a connection, it feels, but interesting. They tend to assume their realistic form when in view of humans, their cartoony form when they're doing something outlandish or whimsical, and the anthropomorphic form at other times. So in Japanese folklore, foxes are also supernatural creatures known as kitsune with the ability to transform themselves into a human form. However, in contrast to the absent-minded tanuki, kitsune are usually portrayed as more witty, cunning, and sometimes malicious. So kitsune are also messengers, sometimes a depiction of Inari, the Shinto god of rice. In the film, a tanuki manages to terrify the humans planning to move a shrine by appearing as a white fox. The statues of kitsune mark the estimated 30 to 40,000 outdoor Inari shrines scattered throughout Japan. I love foxes. They are so pretty, right? The stone statues in which the tanuki turn into are those of Jijo, the protective deity of travelers, people condemned to hell, and the souls of stillborn, miscarried, or aborted fetuses. Good to know. The roadside statues are a common sight in Japan. That's interesting. Honestly, that's a lot of... That's Jizo, that stands for a lot of things. That's a very varied representation there. So then most of the characters in the Monster Parade are yokai, which I was getting like very much Jujutsu Kaisen, Natsume's Book of Friends, Summer Hikaru Died. I was getting lots of yokai flashbacks in this, but some are characters from other Ghibli films that make cameos. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I could have sworn one of them looked like Totoro, so that makes sense. But yeah, among the yokai references in the film include a retelling of a story called The Mujina of the Akasaka Road, which features a woman with no face. And there's a tribute to the director Akira Kurosawa with the brief appearance of a fox's wedding, similar to one which occurs in Sunshine Through the Rain episodes in his film Dreams. Interesting. So yeah, there's also a bunch of songs that were playing too. Stuff that was based off songs written in the 1920s based on Japanese fairy tales, which was cool. In keeping with Japanese folklore, the original Japanese version of Pom Poko made numerous references to raccoon testicles in the song, a conversation and in relation to the transformation. All of these references were removed from the English dub, but are included in full on the English language subtitle track of the DVD. Oh, well, I mean, let's not censor. It's there on the screen. So, but again, I definitely, although I was thrown off because I wasn't expecting it, I respect it, of course, because it's a cultural part of the Tanuki lore. I was just like, y'all are totally fine with this. That's fine. It's crazy. I don't know. From always hearing, and this is very stereotyping. So I know that people that are from Japan will be like, well, actually, and I'm fully anticipating that. So hear me out. It's just, to me, it's very interesting that I come from a culture where growing up, lots of things were sexualized. And yet I'm sitting here going, testicles. But then, the stereotype is that a lot of people in Japan are much more demure and kind of quiet about that sort of thing. And then there's testicles on the screen, like it's no big deal. And I was like, oh, okay. And then there's like babies everywhere. And it's like there's a sex fest at one point. But it was very, very tastefully and classily done. Don't get me wrong. But it's interesting how that culture shift works. It's interesting. Or at least based on my upbringing. So yeah, so it says real Tanuki are sighted in urban areas, often more in recent years, blamed mainly on the destruction of their natural forest habitat by development projects like the one shown in this film. Honestly, I live in a rural area, and I'm sure there are lots of raccoons outside, but there are lots of raccoons in the towns, and mainly that's because of just the raccoons are lured to food, and the food in towns are a bit tastier than that out in the woods. So it's really interesting. My father, like I said in the reaction, my dad growing up, he lived in town, but his uncle, and I never met this uncle, he was a hunter and lived out in the woods in the countryside. And he took my dad hunting when he was a kid, and he shot a raccoon. And my uncle would eat the raccoons. So he shot the raccoon. And then when he went to get it, he didn't realize that it was female. And they found there was a baby raccoon in the area that they found her in, and they were like, oh, we've killed her, we didn't know it was a female. So my dad actually took the baby raccoon home, and they bottle fed him. They named him Rocky, and they bottle fed him, and he got very big. And my dad was maybe 5 or 6 at the time, and my dad said that he would wrestle with the raccoon got like as big as he did, and they would like wrestle and everything. But one day my grandmother, who was tolerating the raccoon being in the house for a while, I guess the raccoon like got into one of her cabinets and like fell asleep in one of her pots and pans. And she had maybe a freak out about that. And then she told my dad, she's like, it's time for him to go to the wild. So they ended up like releasing him outside, and the raccoon stuck around the house for a while and then left. So that was the story of Rocky. But my dad said that he was very kind of aggressive. He was stronger than he looked, and he wanted to play all the time. And my dad was like, yeah, that raccoon probably could have ripped my face off, but didn't. The train station which appears in the film is a Saiseki Sakuragaoka station on the Keio line in Tama City, Tokyo. It says, to frighten the police officer, several Tanuki transform into Napara Bo, a yokai that can make their faces disappear. Towards the end of the film, Bunta compares himself to Urashima Taro, a folklore character who, rescuing a turtle, is taken to a palace where he stays for what he thinks is a few hours, but was really 100 years. I feel bad for Bunta. Bunta went, like, the one Tanuki, he went off, found himself a lady, got to be a successor of a master's guild, and was like, life is great. And Bunta's like, I was abstinent for 3 years, and I got nothing out of it. I felt so bad for Bunta. Gonta and his army, are killed by a Dekotora, a decorated truck that's the result of a fad that swept across Japan in the 1970s. Oh, that's why that truck was so decked out. It was interesting. There was aspects about this film that felt very 90s, but then I had to keep reminding myself that it's set in the 1960s. I was like, yeah, no. At his birthday, Master Hage transforms into Nasu no Yoichi, a samurai who fought alongside the Minamoto clan in the Genpei War. Appropriately, he is famous for his actions at the Battle of Yashima. Interesting. Yeah, so it says that Tama Hills is a vast area of gentle hills spanning 2 prefectures and many towns and cities on the southwestern flank of Tokyo. Most of it is a patchwork of modern suburbia and hilly forests. Tama Newtown, where the film is set, is a real residential development project, Japan's largest, built in several phases starting in the 60s, spanning the cities of Tama, Machida, Inagi, and Hachioji, which are all parts of Tokyo. Another Ghibli film, Whisper of the Heart, is set in the same location. Oh. Although environmentalism is not its main theme. Well, there you go. But yeah, that's so interesting. So, that's so curious. But yeah, in an interview in 1996, Takahata said he would have liked to make a film whose story would have taken place in feudal Japan at the time of warring clans. But, referring to Princess Mononoke, the problem is Miyazaki already had done a very similar piece of work, and I don't believe Studio Ghibli is willing to produce something we've seen before. I mean, yes, I very much felt as if there were times where I was getting the Princess Mononoke vibe from this movie, so I could definitely understand that it was really trying to be different, and it is very different, but you could at times you could see where it would be so easy for it to fall in line the same way of it, so that's interesting. But yeah, the idea for a Tanuki film came from Miyazaki without being inspired by any particular novel or manga. With this in mind, the renowned satirical author Hisashi Inoue, who previously worked with Miyazaki on The Wonderful World of Puss in Boots in 1969, was, man, 1969, that just makes you think of how long Miyazaki's been making films. Insane. Yep. The advertising phrase that appeared in the local paper were the Tanuki are human. Set in Shikoku, the novel blurred the lines between Tanuki and human, which is a big discussion in this film. I mean, the deforestation is a really sad part because you feel for the raccoons, especially as things become overpopulated, and overpopulation is a big theme now in our world. So it very much felt real, and the idea that there's only so many resources to go around. And then when the foxes all said, well, we had to make a choice, and the ones that could adapted, and the ones that couldn't died. It's a theme that has come up in our own society, so it's kind of crazy. So yeah, the wiki on here has a lot of interesting things. There is a connection to Grave of the Fireflies on here that I thought was really good, about the camera panning upward to the night sky, which is really cool. I love that. Wow, so production period began August 17th and wrapped June 13th, 1992 to 1994. After 20 months of production and 82,000 drawing sheets, the film was completed and released. It was a huge success, the biggest of Studio Ghibli at the time, and ranked #1 at the Japanese box office that year next to The Lion King. It came out the same year as The Lion King. Oh my God. I actually went to The Lion King and saw it in theaters, which is crazy. I saw that in theaters when I was a kid. It's wild. Yeah. My grandmother and I went and saw it. Insane. Interesting. So Jonathan Taylor Thomas was doing The Lion King and this around the same time. Wild. That makes sense though. So yeah. Okay, so in the US it was released, the English dub came out Christmas of 1994. So they got that dub cranked out pretty quick, which is actually insane. But it didn't get released it was an English dub, but I guess it only premiered on TV, probably on Disney or something in 1994, but then it didn't come out on DVD until 2005, 10 years later in the US. And then 2018 it got a Blu-ray. Cool. As it should, honestly. I joked about not being the Criterion Collection because of the testicles, but I think that is the only reason why this is not promoted alongside the more mainstream Ghibli films, because it's so Japanese culturally. There is so much in this movie. I could tell just as an adult watching, I'm like, that's a reference to something I don't know. And I thought that a lot through this movie. I was like, ooh, that's referencing something I don't know. And it didn't diminish for me the meaning of it or the power of the film as a whole. But if I was a kid, I would maybe be confused, or I'd be like, what does that mean? And I'd probably be getting on my grandmother's web TV trying to figure it out. But yeah, so I can understand, since it's not as, even the stuff like Spirited Away that has spirits and things that are very culturally tied to Japan, you can sell that more to a mainstream audience because you're like, they're ghosts and ghouls. And it's like, okay, sure. Even though they may not understand the cultural references, right? But, oh man, I'm glad there wasn't any ads during this film either, which was great. But yeah, I also loved how they represented, there were so many cool symbolisms. My favorite symbol though, the one that really cut to the core of me, was when you had all of the bulldozers and everything slowly eating away the leaf, like caterpillars and bugs. And I was like, ooh, that's a really good symbolism there. I also like that there was a big spiritual connection in this, like the Buddha's taking away the raccoons on the ship was really sad. That really got to me. And then the Buddha like watching the place be developed was interesting. I really was into the one Tanuki story where he goes off and finds love there with the woman and like all of their kids. Also, there is a wolf children angle to this of them being able to transform into humans and their kids being able to transform into humans. Reminded me of Wolf Children just a little bit, which could have been inspired by this. But from the start, when they killed all the people at the site, I thought this was going to be a lot more violent than it ended up being. I think from there, the only really violent part was when the raiders came, which, what a different world from the U.S. Because in the U.S., that standoff would not have lasted that long. Those farmers with them guns would have fired them at those raccoons a lot sooner. But here's the thing. The Tanukis in Japan have such a cultural tie to them and a spiritual tie to them that it makes sense why that didn't happen, right? So I also thought Shokichi was really fun. I loved Shokichi where he was just like, Shokichi was like, I've got some ideas. And then Gonta's like, you socialist, no. So, you're sounding like a human. They could have gone further with that, but I'm kind of glad they didn't because Shokichi's are kind of our main protagonist. But he's like, here's some things we could do to help try to coexist alongside the humans. It's a nice little foreshadowing of him eventually going to live with the humans. It's a nice foreshadowing for that. Also, damn, him and this one Ojiro, whatever her name is, he's like, we'll be chaste. We won't ever have kids. And then like 2 months later, it's like, nope, here's our kids. That didn't pan out. That didn't pan out at all. I'm surprised we didn't see the kids in the future, but we had bigger fish to fry, apparently. Although, seeing the little raccoons that are with him at the shrine with the daughter that he ends up being with was freaking precious. That one didn't even have a nose. It was so cute. I like how they also made him look so serious, and then they made his human form look equally serious. Like, the character design work in this film of making everyone in their raccoon form and human form looked really, really good. I loved that. I thought that was really well done. But yeah. And then just the moment the TV got knocked out, it's just, and they lost connection with the human side of the world. Everything just kind of went downhill. But yeah, I freaking loved the fox design. I really wanted more of that with the Wonderland. I really wanted more of that because I liked the idea of the Kitsune being kind of tied to Wonderland and the scheme and everything, and then trying to lure in the Tanukis to be like, hey, and there was an angle to that I thought was fascinating. The angle about them being like, well, hey, we need workers. We need workers here, and if you guys just come and work for us, we'll give you a place to stay and money, and you can hide out here and it'll be fine. It was like so tempting, but there was a message there about people. It's happened in real life where populations of people have been run out from their home, and then the trade of them getting to stay is them kind of becoming indentured servants or slaves or both. Or just being like, well, you can stay if you work for us. Otherwise, leave. Like, that was crazy. I thought that tie was really well done. But yeah, the characterization in this movie was really good. All these characters were instantly recognizable. I thought that for having as many characters as it had, the film did an excellent job of giving balance. Like, there was the 3 mages, the 3 transformation masters that came. They all got good screen time. You had the 3 with Bunta included that all got good screen time. You had like the wife, you had the granny that was in charge of everybody, the old man that was in charge of like parts of it. You had Gonta and his people. You had Shokichi. Everybody were recognizable, and they had screen time, and they had a story. And nobody really felt left out, which I really appreciated it, right? This also felt like an adaptation from a book. It felt like a book adaptation more than just a film on its own. I just thought it was really, really well done. Although the raccoons turning into bear traps, that part was crazy. That part was crazy. And then at the very end, seeing all the raccoon bodies just piled up, that was just, oof. That was rough. Roughsville. I don't want to see another dead raccoon for the rest of the year. I could go without it. I could go without it. But yeah, I also liked when the little kids at the end, they're like, we were going to feed those raccoons. And then they decide to like live alongside them. And then at the very end, Shokichi follows the one back to the forest to hang out with them and slowly like takes his clothes off as he goes back to it. That felt very Wolf Children in that as well. So yeah. Oh, this was surprisingly really good. I was not moved to tears like Summer Days with Koo. But this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this movie. I was super excited to watch a Studio Ghibli film that I've never seen before. And to know, like, to find like a Studio Ghibli film that's about such a very niche subject matter, but at the same time with a message that's very universal, which is impressive. So yeah, Shimoyama, you've taught me so much about tanukis today. I feel like I've learned about tanukis, and I feel like that's important, and I love that so much. So yay, that's exciting. But I hope you all enjoyed this film as well. I'm excited to hear your thoughts down below about it. So yay, but I hope you all are excited like I am. This month is going to be filled with a lot of variety. Let's just say that. So you can check my September update video to see what all is in store for this month. If you can't wait until next week, I have a September update video on my channel. Go check that out. But otherwise, next week's going to be a fun one. So I'm excited. But thank you, Shimoyama, so much for your commission. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed this movie so much. I'm probably going to watch it again. I'm going to go watch the English dub of this because I really want to hear Jonathan Taylor Thomas and J.K. Simmons in it. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back very soon with more Patreon commissions. Bye.